Oh my god, what a lit movie that was. Great job, Sony. Okay, guys, so we just watched... You tell them what we just watched.
The Emoji Movie.
Yep. The Death of Sony Animation, aka the Emoji Movie, or Masterpiece, whatever you want to call it, it's the same freaking thing. So, before I make my worst movies I've ever seen list, I figured I have to watch this, because this is gonna be on there. I've heard that it's not only one of the worst anime movies of all time for a lot of people, but worst movie of all time. One of the worst movies of all time, period. Worst anime movie I've ever seen? Oh, absolutely. I think the last really bad anime movie I can remember seeing was Cars 2. But that was nowhere near on the level of this. Not even close. I mean, actually, no. All Fire on Chipmunks movies are pretty bad too, but... okay. So, problem number one is the ending. I mean... So basically the premise of this stupid movie is, this guy is trying to get this girl with emojis. It works in the end, which is really, really stupid. I mean, the movie does take place on a phone, which is fine. That's not what makes it bad. The ending and the plot. The plot is really... I couldn't follow it at all. It was just stupid and it was boring. Now you talk about the characters.
So,
I don't want to do this either, guys.
Alright.
Trust me. It's your pain.
there were like, alright. There were three main characters, and then like a fourth character who was the villain, who really, none of them were ever any, there was no development given to any of the characters. Like, the villain was pretty much just your generic villain. Like, the villain from fucking Despicable Me 3 was, like, developed more.
The Justice League villain was developed more, and he was awful. Even the Black Panther villain wasn't good. Spoiler alert.
And so there was no real motivation behind what the villain wanted. And also, the villain was a smiley face emoji, which didn't make any sense.
No goddamn sense, for sure.
I mean, none of it made any sense. But also, the main character was an emoji that was supposed to be like the meh emoji. Which is ironic, because that's what most people said to this film. I'm terrible.
Bye-bye.
What I meant by that was, pretty much, he's got like this problem where he can express more than one emotion. And that kind of is supposed to drive the plot, like, oh, I want to be meh. So he goes to this hacker person, and they're like, whoa, I could make you normal, but then, like, he realizes, wait, I don't want that, that's stupid. And he saves the world by being different. That's about it.
One other really stupid thing in the movie was...
wait, let me finish. Also, there was this really bad, comedic relief character who was the high five emoji. I hate saying that a character is an emoji. But, like, I'm fairly certain it was voiced by some sort of comedian.
Probably.
But it was just, God, he didn't care whatsoever. Like, none of his lines were, like, given with any sort of, like, comedic, there was no expression. It was kind of just him saying them in in his voice, which is a British accent. So, of course, kids are going to find that funny, because...
Just because they're kids.
Because they're kids, and they're like, oh my god, he sounds British.
I mean, if they think modern day SpongeBob's funny, they think anything is funny.
And it angered me. Because there were no real well-written jokes, and, like, there was this one joke that was okay. It was, like, they were, like, running or something like that, and the hand character was, like, said, oh, my hands are sweating. And that was, I'm like, oh, that's a okay joke. And then the other character goes like, that's because you're a hand.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like having, like, a really stupid friend around you who just feels the need to explain every single one of your jokes and like take all the comedy out of them. Like,
And also, one other really stupid thing at the end of the movie was how he emailed his girlfriend and a pop song. That's something I will never forget. That made me almost laugh. Almost laugh, not quite. Almost. But seriously, this is probably the most miserable hour and 28 minutes of my life. I don't know what I mean, I know why I watched it, but I really regret it at the same time. Seriously, one of the worst films ever made. And I really hope Sony Animation never makes any movies again after this. I guess it's meant to be a kid's movie, but just because it's a kid's movie doesn't mean it has to be stupid. That's just that.
thing is, it kind of felt like it was like just a bunch of like, like CEO, like really old CEOs who were trying to go like, oh, what's hip with the kids these days, huh, Charles? And they were trying to like figure it out, and they're like, oh my god, all my grandkids send me emojis. Maybe we should make a movie out of that, huh? Maybe make
Great
one of
idea.
them different, huh? Maybe add a feminist in there somewhere.
I heard they're making a Teen Titans Go movie this summer. I think that might actually top this for the worst anime movie ever made, but it's going to be really close. They actually are making that, sadly.
That is the end of the review.
Well, what would be your final letter grade for it?
Z. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.